sequence? Let's try to do it like that. And they're doing it breathing, right? So you see how it's in sequence? Doesn't that sound good? And now thoda man bhi zyada sheti chorda. ठीक है ना? Instead of going Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru all over the place, then your mind is not focusing. It's saying, whoa, wait, what's going on here? Okay? But now look at this. This is Amrit Vela around 3 o'clock in the morning, Simran going on. Now you could be doing your homework at home. You could be studying. You can still go. I play as a goalkeeper for my team. Even when the ball's on the other side, you could be walking one step at a time. You got to get your heart to beat like that. Because honestly, when you were born, you were beating Vaheguru's name. You lost your connection with Guru Sahib. You lost your connection with God. Because you got mixed into what? Playing Xbox, U-box, this box, God knows how many boxes there are nowadays, right? Watching movie, watching TV, listening to music and all that. You forgot why. You got to connect back again. And while you're young, you can connect quicker. Because you got the energy. You got the positivity. You get older, then you might not be able to focus. My dad was 93 when he passed away. And he was still doing this at 1 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because he got so used to doing it while he was young. Most people at 93 cannot do similar like that. Bhai Jeevan Singh, look how old he is. He's doing similar like this. Yeah, understand? Okay, there's another really good one as well that I like doing Simran in the morning with, and there's this one here. If you like in Kirtan forms, this one. Guru, Bhai, Guru, Bhai, Guru, Bhai, Guru, Bhai, Guru, Bhai, Guru. And I can send this to Sandeep Singh if you guys want to put it, or tell your parents to put it on their phone or whatever, and you can listen to it. So what I'm trying to say is today in the internet world, in the scientific world, there's a nice little echo in the background, right? That's kind of nice, right? In this internet world, you can actually become a Bhagat really quick. Bhagat means a spiritual saint person. Why? Because you got all the tools to become it. You don't have to go running to somebody and say, Papa, can you teach me about this? You don't have to do all that. You've got all the tools in front of you. If you want to learn about Guru Amar Das Ji and the amount of seva he did, you can go on internet, put in Guru Amar Das Ji, and you can learn about learn about his life. Right? And you can do all that. There was a young guy, I think it's the guy sitting in the back there, right at the back. You did a presentation last time I was here on Chote Sahibzade, correct? I didn't get a chance to speak to you much about it then. How did you learn to do that presentation? From who? Grandmother, okay, that's good. And did you do any research on the internet and everything? So you use the tools you have in front of you, correct? And how was it? Was that the first time you ever did a project on the Sahibzade? Or you've done it before? Did you learn a lot from there? Do you know how much power those 4 kids had? Obviously, they belong to Guru Gobind Singh Ji. They his putra. Can you imagine the power he had? Right? Guru Gobind Singh Ji, when the 4 Sahibzade had left this world, he said, "Char mohiyo to kaya hua, jeevit ke hi yaar." Meaning, what if 4 sons are gone? There's millions of more, thousands more to come. And he's referring to us. Are we part of that group he's referring to? Now, obviously, we're smoking, drinking, drugs, not doing that. Obviously, we're not part of that group. But if we're doing the right things, you're going to Gurdwara, you're doing seva, you're doing good things in your life, you're being nice to people, you're a friendly human being, you're a positive person, always in Chardi Kala. Now you're being one of those ones that Guru Sahib referred to. So you got to make your decision in life. Life is really short, trust me. Life will go by you like this. You look forward to becoming 18 because you think you're going to have a lot of freedom. In Indian families, you don't have much freedom. You're still going to be talking to mom and dad. You're still going to be looking up to them because they're your parents. And they'll always be the best friends that you can ever have. Always. Right? My son and my daughters can come to me anytime. I'm always their best friend. I don't even act like a dad in front of my kids. I act like a best friend. Right? They have an issue, come and tell me. Let me help you out. Always communicate. Best thing. Okay? One of those topics today actually is smoking. Okay? The reason I picked this topic is I've come across a lot of kids that I teach even on Friday classes that they're kind of leaning towards that, or they're experiencing that. Now with marijuana being legal, people kind of going towards it, but they don't realize what it's going to do to their body. Okay? And that's one of the reasons I thought, okay, let me bring that up so you guys can understand. Here's just on smoking. I'm just going to go through it briefly. I don't want to go detailedly. You can easily Google and say the effects of smoking on internet. You'll find all the effects you want. Okay? But just look what it does to your health, right? It'll give you mouth, throat cancer, okay? So when you're smoking, you're going to hit your throat first. Then it's going to go inside, it's going to hit your lungs. Then it's going to hit other organs in your body that you won't even know what organs it's going to hit. Your liver, Now, if you want to be an athlete, did anybody here like sports? So a lot of people like sports, right? What's your favorite sport? Like soccer? Yeah? Volleyball? Cricket? Somebody likes cricket? Right. When I started playing sports in school back in England, I used to be a wicket keeper in cricket. Right, all right, there you go. So I used to learn how to dive, and then the coach saw me that I know how to dive and became a goalkeeper. Then I went on through defense, midfield, forward. Then I became defense. I'm ending my career as a goalkeeper. Right, so I kind of went the full circle in soccer. But I like playing basketball. I like playing volleyball. I can skate. I can play hockey as well because I always like to experience everything I can. But the thing is, if you want to be a sporty guy, and even at the age you're going on to 63, still be playing soccer, you can't be smoking. You can't be doing drugs. Because that's going to slow you down. Then the people on your team are going to be better players, right? Because you got smoke in your lungs and it's slowing you down. I remember one time I saw this show, Oprah show a long time ago. They were showing a lung of a smoker and a lung of a non-smoker. So they took a lung of a person who smoked and they actually snapped the lung in half. It's just like paper because it smokes a lot. Then they took a lung and she couldn't turn, that they had to actually cut the lung to actually see that this is what a lung should be like, not one that you just snap. Okay, so if you can look here, you got the mouth, your esophagus, you got the kidney, bladder, cervix, the colon, acute. It goes on. Look, I'm just going to go here just through some of the stuff here. I don't want to go deep to it, but just look what it is. Chronic observation diseases, increased infections, asthma, heart attacks, strokes, artery disease. Why would you want to smoke? Because that's the amount of disease you're going to get. The reason people smoke, and I'll tell you what it is, because usually they come across somebody that they know that's smoking. Right? So Guru Sahib always says in the Guru Granth Sahib, "Jedan di thodi sangat udain tusiyan." If you had good sangat, if you had good friends, good people you hang around with, you won't do that because they don't do that. My youngest daughter became a lawyer. All her friends, they either became lawyers or they became dentists or they became doctors because she hanged around with smart people. People that are not into that kind of stuff. People that are, maybe might not be totally religious either, but at least they are good human beings. That's the kind of people you want to make your friends. Right? And I'm sure in this school here, most of them are like that. No one's going that way right now. Not yet. But you will get people that'll come and say, "Hey man, take a cigarette, man. It's okay, man. It's all right, man. Don't be a mummy's boy." But that's when you turn and say, "No, I don't do that. I want to stick to sports. I don't need to give you any reasons. This is my life. I don't want to get into that because that's not what I want. And that's not what my Guru Sahib would want me to do." Guru Gobind Singh Ji Pitaji was a Bahadur. Onari kanni jugani bhakti. He did lifetimes and lifetimes of bhakti in Hemkund Sahib. He never just became Guru Gobind Singh just like that. Okay, he did a lot of bhakti, he did a lot of spiritualness before he got to that level, that spiritualness level. Guru Gobind Singh Ji one time was going on his horse, and his horse stopped and would not put the foot down. And the Singhs asked him, "Maharaj, thoda ghora gaah kyun nahi aanda? Why is not taking the next step?" He goes, "Because this is a tobacco field." He goes, "Jera mera Sikh tobacco field, kyunki main oda guru nahi, wo mera Sikh nahi." His horse was intelligent to know that that's tobacco and that's not good for you. But as human beings, and we're supposed to be more smarter than horses, but we don't have the smartness to know that that's wrong for us. Even though we have all kinds of theories telling us this does not work for you. Okay, so that's why it's. I don't want to go too much into this. I'm on a couple of videos I want to share with you guys. And then if once you get married and that, and if you get into pregnancy, that's going to help your reproduction. It could damage your children, right? Oral health, vision health, skeleton health, meaning you get skinnier. You don't look really healthy. People know, man, I think this guy's on drugs, man. Look at the way he looks. His face is kind of sunken. He's look different. Like I remember I showed you guys last time. There's a picture of this guy, how he was when he was drinking and everything, and then what he looked like when he was okay again. Okay, so your immune system, which is really important to you, where your vitamins sit on, your organs are all healthy, your immune system starts getting damaged. Now you're gonna have serious issues down there. I remember being in hospital. My father-in-law was sick, and I went to go and see him, and there was an old man standing there smoking. His hands were all yellow. His face was like that. And he's literally dying, and he's going smoking, he's going, I'm thinking, buddy, why are you still doing it? How you're getting older and older? Imagine what his insides must be looking like. Because that's just one of the things that I wanted to say. The other thing I want to say is marijuana. People think marijuana is okay. People think that medically it's all right. It's not. It's actually got an ingredient in there that actually damages your health as well. One, it makes you slur. So when you're talking, you can't talk straight. You start slurring. That's one thing. The other thing is it affects your brain. What it does to your brain is that it makes your brain function not well. Not as good as it should be functioning. And when it's not functioning well, you can't be the smart person you want to be. You're damaging yourself. You're damaging your education. You're damaging your friendship with good people. Then good people don't want to hang around with you. They're going to say, you know what, this guy's a druggie. I'm staying away from this guy. And then you lose a lot of things as you grow up. Okay, and obviously you're going to affect your mom and dad. They're going to say, my God, mera putta si ja meri dhi, see what she's doing. This is not what I wanted her to do growing up. Wanted her to be a good person. And your guru sahib is not going to be happy with you, that's for sure. Okay, so you want to stay away from that kind of stuff. Okay, and this is the effects of marijuana. I put it up there so you guys can read it as I go along. And there's a lot there. So you're developing your brain is going to develop properly. Okay, especially for young people, right? Your brain continues developing all the way up to the age of 25, right? And you got a lot of parts in your brain that are getting utilized as you're growing up, and you're starting to recover. Understand, one of your brain's power is your mind control. Your mind control is so powerful, it's not even funny how strong a mind control is. And we don't even use a percentage of our mind control. But once you start doing Simran, you start doing Bani, you start controlling your mind for the right reasons. That's when you start getting closer to Guru Sahib, and you get closer to Guru Sahib, he protects you. He doesn't let dukkha come to you. He's always there to protect you. Right? Guru Nanak, Guru Gobind Singh, Pitaji are always with you. As long as you're listening to what he's telling you. You got to remember, each Guru Sahib that came here was to actually affect humanity and the life of humanity. Guru Nanak Dev Ji started Langar, right? Helping people, feeding people. He didn't look at that person's not a Sikh or he's a Hindu. He fed everybody equally because he saw God in everyone equally. Okay, and that's what we should be doing. We have a classroom over here. You might not like the person sitting next to you, or you might like that person but not that person. Who are you to judge? The God's in everyone. Right? What makes you the most superior human being in this room? Right? We're all here to learn, and we're always going to learn. That's what a Sikh means. A Sikh means a disciple, a person that's always learning. You could be learning mathematics all your life. You still won't learn all of mathematics because it's always evolving. You can learn all the English words in the vocabulary. You can learn the whole dictionary in the vocabulary. There'll always be new words coming up. Okay? And you're never going to stop learning. And the thing is, what are you learning? Are you learning the right things or the wrong things? And that you guys are smart enough to understand that. It doesn't matter how old you are. Everybody knows what's right and what's wrong. Okay, so that's why I've got this up there. You can see the effects. It's tremendous effects. People don't realize it. I used to do a TV program. The name of the TV program was Beyond Belief. And I used to get emails from people from Ottawa, get emails from BC and everything that, we really love what you're doing. Can you talk about drugs? Can you talk about this? And then I used to make a segment. In this half-an-hour program, first 10 minutes was a little bit about religion, understanding what Guru Sahib's message is. And it was every Gore, people from Africa, from all over the world, used to listen to this program. It's not that it was meant for just Sikh people. Because the Sikh ways of teaching is meant for everyone. It's a universal message. It's not just for us. It's for anybody who wants to understand and learn. right? And that's the beauty of it. Remember I showed you a video of a Belgian girl last time, right? She's from Belgium. She was a professor. We don't ask people to convert into Sikhism, but if they want to come, we don't stop them either. I had a friend, like I told you, motorbiker. He's a Hell's Angel motorbiker, Bob. He became Bob Singh after he took Amrit because he loved it so much. Did I not tell you guys that story last time? Right? So that's why, I mean, what made him become, because he just said, you know what, I just love this. This is so simple. This is what life should be like. Why are we trying to complicate? Each Guru Sahib came and made our life simple for us. We complicate it by not listening to what Guru Sahib is telling us to do. That's why we have issues. That we have drug issues, we have this issue. The Guru Sahib, don't do that, and you want to do that. Don't do that, you want to do that. And they say, all right, now to Dokko Kattake, go all full circle, become the bad person you want to be, before you learn you made a mistake, you should listen to Guru Sahib in the first place. Okay, and that's why you're coming to this Khalsa school here, because you're trying to learn the right message, become a right human being. But you can only do that if you apply that to your daily life. If you're going to say, well, I don't know about this, I'm going to go do that, I'm going to do that, and then you're going to fail, you're going to hurt yourself, and you're going to eventually, hopefully, come back. But then you're going to go through a lot of pain to come back. Why go through that pain? Why go through smoking that and not be good at sports? Why go through all that and make your mom and dad hurt, who work really hard for you, and they have to pay fees, they have to get you clothes, they have to get you shoes. You have probably the nicest clothes and shoes that you guys get. In our days, we didn't when we were younger. I used to have holes in my shoes. And I used to rain a lot in England. I used to get to school because my dad was sporting. My mom passed away. I had to work myself. I've been working since I was 11 years old. How old are you right now? Wow, exactly. What a coincidence. I was your age when I started working. Your age. I used to work in the rain. I used to take a little bite to go do paper delivery. Then I work in a construction company as I grew up, just so I can help my dad and the family. I never used to ask my dad for money. I used to make sure that I had my own to support myself. Right? People used to take fun out of me in school that, he's wearing the same jeans for the whole year. And I didn't even realize people think about those kind of things back then. So I had to buy myself a new pair of jeans, just so people start laughing at me. But then I thought, I don't care if they laugh at me. At the end of the day, when I die, are they going to be with me? No, I'm on my own. When you leave this world, you're on your own. There's no mom, no dad, no brother, no sister, no friend that's going to accompany you. You're on your own. The only thing that will accompany you is what you were doing at the beginning of the class. Seva, Naam Japna, Bani Pani, that's what accompanies you. Guru Sahib's telling you over and over again. Right? Every time you're good, or you're good to your friends, you're good to people, everything, that's going to go with you. When you look at God in everyone, that's going to go with you. Okay? So that's kind of a bit about what marijuana is about as well. So you kind of get the idea that these things do definitely hurt you. Then there's a happy side of it as well. Okay? And this is, I always say thank you, Waheguru, for what he gives me. Always. Today I was actually thinking, what do we talk about in this class today? Even though this is my second time here, in my laptop, we started a class at Dixie Gurdwara 7 to 8 every Friday. It still goes on. In 1993. I have lots of material in this computer to showcase. And I've got 3 computers that I've gone through since, probably maybe 4 computers, and each computer's got a lot of material to share. So I always ask Sandeep Singh, tell me any particular topic, others I'll bring one of my own. He goes, yeah, you can share a few things like that, and great. I goes, okay, I'll combine it. And today I was thinking that, okay, smoking's not good for you, marijuana's not good for you, drugs are definitely not good for you, right? Alcohol's not good for you. Now, people don't realize, even if you drink a little bit of alcohol, how that's not going to affect your body. Just a little bit of alcohol. Forget about drinking 5-6 beers or half a bottle of whiskey. And I'm sure maybe you've seen people do that. Or you go to a wedding and there's the uncle section right next to the bar. There's a women's section over there that are talking about gossip. And then you got young kids doing, what the hell am I doing here? Right? And then you got the people who doesn't listen to music like me are always stuck right next to the mic with the speaker with the music so loud you can't even talk to the guy next to you. Right? Why is it every wedding you go to the music so loud that you can't even talk to the person next to you? Right? Okay. Anyway, so the thing is, the people that drink, I know one particular person that I've talked to him, I've made him try to understand, but he just doesn't get it, right? He drinks half a bottle of liquor every day. Half a bottle. So what's that make to, it's going to happen to his kidneys and his liver and everything. So what happens when you drink alcohol, when the alcohol goes through your mouth into your body, it affects your liver. Now your liver is what cleans the blood that flows to your brain and throughout your body. Okay, how I know this stuff is my 2 son-in-laws are actually doctors. So we're always talking about things like that. Okay. Now, alcohol, the liver has a lot of little holes. So when the blood goes here, it'll clean it, and the good flow will go, and that goes to the rest of your body. Alcohol starts blocking up those holes. So not the blood that's flowing there cannot get cleaned up properly before it goes to your brain and everything. Right? That's the problem with alcohol. And then you have vitamins that you have in your body. Some are self-made vitamins in your body, some that you're taking supplement vitamins, everything to be stronger because you're vegetarian, you're a vegan, or whatever. Well, alcohol kills it. Okay? Just like Coke. Anybody here drinks Coke? Okay. Do an experiment. Okay? Take a nail, you know a nail? When you hammer a nail like that, put it in a Coke and leave it there for 3 days and see what happens to that nail. It will dissolve in Coke. Yeah, Coke's like an acid. Have a look at the ingredients of Coke. And sugars are so bad for you, it's not even funny because they don't teach you this. Because they want you to buy Coke, they want you to buy Pepsi, and they don't care what happens to you as long as you're buying it, they're making money. Same with smoking. On smoking box, there's a warning there that is hazard to your health. It's on the box of the smoking. When you the cigarettes, it's got a hazard. But they put it in small letters, so hopefully you don't read it, but you keep buying it because they're going to make millions of dollars, these corporate companies. But you're killing yourself. And they make you money. Just remember that, right? And same with drugs now. Now they make it legal because there's a lot of money coming, taxes to the government. There's a lot of money being made there, but you're killing yourself. Same with alcohol. Alcohol's a warning on the bottle. But people keep ignoring that warning, but they keep drinking, and then when they get sick, "Hi, mera dil dukhda, hi, meri lattan tut diyan." I'm sure parents say that as well. And there's a lot of women that drink there too. They'll drink vodka and all that stuff. And you wonder. I was invited to a wedding in my neighborhood. This family moved in, and I told them I don't mind coming to Nanda College, but I don't really like going to the party side. Okay, I went. And I'm sitting in and on the table, and everyone's drinking whiskey. I just so happen to have a bit of ginger ale. I didn't know what else to drink. It's either water or ginger ale. If I drink water, it looks like vodka. If I drink ginger ale, it looks like whiskey. Then people think he's sitting there drinking with the whole bunch of guys with their drinking. So I get kind of like, wow, I really don't want to be here. And then I see women falling down, acting all silly. And I goes, whoa. Right? Then I look at it and I goes, wow, look how they're damaging themselves inside. Look at the reputation of our community. That's not what we were made for. That's not what Guru Sahib told us to become. So it's our young generation that has to pick up the load for the older people that couldn't understand. They didn't want to learn themselves, and they're not passing on the message. If you're a good role model, you'll pass that on to your kids. If you're not a role model, you have no clue about Guru Sahib, and your kids start getting drunk and acting funny, then you can say, wow, where did I go wrong? You went wrong because you didn't want to learn yourself. They're going wrong because now they didn't want to learn, because they're following you. You're the role model. Go ahead, you have a quick question. Sorry, I think she put her hand up first. Go ahead.
Why was smoking and alcohol beer liquor?
Sorry?
Why was smoking and alcohol even?
Corporate companies making a lot of money. Right? They discover something and say, wow, I can make a lot of money with this. Let's do it. I work in aviation. I work in the aircraft. I used to work for Air Canada. I did my apprenticeship back in England. Aviation. We develop things to make aviation safer. So it'll be safer to fly, safer to do things. We do a lot of work for generators, creating electricity for homes and hospitals and all that, so we can save lives, right? So that's the kind of work I love to do, so that way I can affect the human life. But you got some companies over there, they don't care less about that. For them, it's all about money. That's why those signs are very small. Okay, quick, go ahead. I don't want too many questions, I've got too many things to do here. Go ahead. I cannot hear you. Who started making drugs? Humanity, humans. We do sometimes good in this planet, sometimes we do bad in this planet too. That's the bad side. Guys, quick, can we ask the questions at the end? Yeah? Let's keep the questions at the end. And then we'll get through all this, right? So I got a couple of videos I want to share. I don't want to get through it, right? So one thing I noticed as well, that when I want to come and speak somewhere, last week I was at the Khalsa school, Montessori Khalsa school. I was invited there to come and speak. And then we had a lot of kids there, but they didn't have a big screen. You guys are lucky. It just so happened a few days before that, their screen broke. So they had a little screen like this, and I turned my laptop around. So we had, but the kids were so nice, they were quiet, they were listening. At the end, they all wanted to ask questions. Sometimes I don't get much time. Today, I'm going to try to see if I can fit it in. At what time I got to?
can continue up till 11:30 if you want.
Yeah? Awesome. Okay, then we have lots of time for questions afterwards, okay? All right, it's 10:30 right now. So if you look over here, I actually had somebody who I just spoke to yesterday. He's a good friend of mine. He used to own a very big aviation company, and there's a Hukanama Guru Kipana that I sent from the Gurdwara, and one Hukanama that we do at home because we've got the Mara Guru Granth Sahib at home as well, right? So I send it to this, I've got this app on WhatsApp. It goes to, I actually was looking at, I was wondering how many families get this Hukanama every morning, right? And it goes to about 400 families all around the world. So because I work in aviation, do a lot of traveling, I've been to Africa, I've been to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Singapore, Malaysia, Dubai, England, Europe. I was in Romania about a month, two months ago. I was in Romania, and then I travel all over Canada, Calgary, Ottawa, Montreal, and that for work purposes, everything. And everywhere I make friends, Guru Kirpana, I ask them, can I send you a prayer every morning? Like I met this Uber driver in Africa, in Kenya. He was such a nice guy. He was so friendly. Yes, sir. I go, can I send you a prayer? Because I think you really got a good heart. And I think this prayer might help you further. He goes, yes, please do. And every morning he'll say, thank you. And it goes to Kenya. And I don't even know this guy. But he's reading the Hukanama every morning. So whatever Guru Sahib's message is, he's reading it and he's applying it to his life. Because that message is not just for Guru Sahib for Singhali, Sikhali, it's for everybody. It's a universal message. I have a friend, yesterday I was actually late sending a Hukanama by a couple of hours. I almost forgot, guess my age, right? One of my friends, his name is Barney. He's a Dutch guy, super nice, he's from here. They used to own a farm when they were young. They used to cut lambs and they used to cut chickens and that, farm. But he became a vegetarian from a young age, him and his sister, because they didn't like the idea of killing chickens and stuff, because they got attached to the animals, right? But Barney does not believe in God. He's an atheist, right? Atheist, don't believe in God. So I goes to Barney, he's such a nice guy, he's got a great heart, good human being, great and everything. I goes, Barney, you know what? Let me send you a prayer every morning. I'll send it for 1 week. You don't like it, you tell me, I will never send it again. Because I'm not trying to force anybody to read a prayer if they don't want to. Okay, that's not what we do. We don't force people. Right? So I sent him a prayer. He read it. After a week, he didn't stop me. So I kept sending it. It's been now about 5 years, 4 or 5 years now. And yesterday morning, he sent me a text message. He goes, hey, did you wake up late today? Because I didn't get my prayer on time. He wants to read his prayer every morning at 7 o'clock because he wakes up. First thing he wants to do is read that prayer. That's how he kickstarts his day. Right? And I goes, whoa. He goes, Barney, I totally forgot, man. Then I started sending. It just so happened I was at the Gurdwara. So I was matta taking at the Gurdwara on my way to work. And I go, man. So I was standing in the back of the Gurdwara quickly sending Hukanamas to all these families. Right? But then I'm thinking, here's a person that didn't believe in God. And now he's reminding me. I go, thank you, Waiguru. That's the way life goes, right? We give and take. We help each other out. That's why when you're in this class, you might be a really nice person inside. But you want to bring that nice person out of you to help your fellow students or help your mom and dad. How many times have you ever thought, some of you girls might think like this, but how many of you have ever thought that mom just came from work, dad just came from work, let me make them a quick cup of tea, they should be home soon. Or call mom and say, Mom, how long before you come home? I'll be home in about 15 minutes. Okay, don't say anything, but make her a cup of cha. How many of you guys have ever done that? Wow, that's super, right? You know what that does to a parent? I'm a parent, so I know what it's like. Do you know what it does to a parent inside? Even they might come and say, put the thank you, or they might even forget to say thank you because they got so many on their mind about bills and all that stuff they don't realize. It means a lot to them. How many of you young guys, hopefully, maybe some of the girls do too, because it is equality. How many of you guys actually think, you know what, today I'm going to cut the grass for my dad, so he doesn't have to cut it? 1 person, 2 people, 3, even the girls are saying, that's a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Someone just put it out for the sake of it, uncle's going to think, I don't want to cut the grass. You know why? That means a lot to your mom and dad. It especially means good for dad. Your dad could be tired from working that, right? So some dads are driving taxi, some drives are driving trucks, right? I was working for Air Canada and I got laid off in 1990 and the recession came, couldn't find jobs. I was driving taxi limo at the airport. I used to go 3 o'clock in the morning, come home at 1 o'clock at night, right? And I played soccer for the team, I was a captain of the team as well. I didn't mind that job. The people think, wow, taxi is a horrible job. No, it gave me a lot of time to do part and Simran. Because I was my own boss. I'm my own car. I put the radio on for the guy. Hey, good morning. How are you? Everything good, good, good. Then I just do it. Then I got my mala there. Anybody of you guys have a mala like this? You do? Okay. What do you do with that mala? Okay. You had as well? What do you do with the mala? Good. Okay. Simran? Okay. You put your hand up? I can't hear you. Mool Mantar? You only have a TV, well, that's not mala, but that's okay. All right, we'll consider that. I understand what you're saying. All right, so listen to this. Some people wear it just for the showcase, and it's not for showcase. It actually reminds you, for instance, it reminds me too, कि मैं भी मूल मंत्र जाप कर लूँ. एक ओंकार सतनाम and so on. जा पता है ये थोड़ा सिमरन कर लिया. Copy a time. Sometimes I used to go to hospital because my mother-in-law, my father-in-law was sick, my dad was sick, and I used to love it. Not that I want to go to hospital because they're sick. It just gave me time to just focus on Waheguru. I never get bored. I could be on a flight to India. It could be maybe a 12-hour, 14-hour flight. I don't get bored because I get a chance to listen to all the Kirtan programs I couldn't listen before. So I start listening to all of them and everything, and then I can just focus there. And I can't be any closer to God. I'm a freaking like 30,000 feet up in the air. Right? So I'm very close. Right? Besides, it's inside you, right? And usually what I do is I have a hard time sleeping in the aircraft, so I go in the back and I start walking. So I calculate my steps every time I go. So here's today's steps. I've already done 10,100. Right? Usually done 10,000 steps before I even go to work because I work out in the morning. So I'm doing skipping, working out and all that. To add a little bit of boxing in there. So keep myself in shape because Guru Sahib always said stay in shape. Right? That's what keeps me playing soccer at the age of what I am. 62 going on to 63 now. Okay, so that's what I do that. What I'll do is I'll try, hopefully next time I come here, for the people that don't have a mala, maybe I'll try to see if I can buy some of these and make you guys a mala. Okay, I'll talk to Sandeep Singh if he's okay with that, and then maybe we'll make mala for the people that don't have it. Yeah, quickly. Someone tell me what he's saying, I cannot hear him. Do you know what he said? Okay, you're old school, that's good. So am I. Okay, all right, I understand, don't worry. I get it, I deal with it. So if you look at this was sent to me on WhatsApp this morning. Okay, I didn't even expect this. He sent it to me, so I couldn't put it in a word. But look, go through it, live by hukum. So you're living by divine order of Guru Sahib. Okay, happiness begins when we accept that life as it comes. Sikhism teaches that everything happens under hukum, the divine order. Hukum meaning sara kuch Guru di kirpa na hunda. We have no control of anything. If I move in my hand like this, if I walked up the stairs or took the lift, that lift is so slow, I got to admit. It's the slowest lift ever. I was trying to run up the stairs and I was trying to open the door, then the door doesn't. I just could have ran up here, but that lift is so slow. Okay, but anyway, you need to talk to the landlord about that lift. How long does it take for all the kids to get downstairs to their parents? Right? Well, you send them half an hour early? All right. Anyway, so it tells you the happiness divine order. When we stop resisting what we cannot control, then the mind becomes peaceful and steady. Acceptance creates inner strength and reduces. Sorry, I got to put my ring wrong. I think I did that last time too, right? Right, it's a call coming from work. So good thing I have to run from work to come in, then I have to run back to work as well. But the good thing is I work on the weekends to catch up if I need to catch up on something. This paper stuck to me. Spider-Man, eh? Right. So and reflection, where's your life? Are you resisting something you cannot control? Accept one situation today and grace instead of tension. So this guy sent me some of the stuff that Sikhs should be doing. He's also telling if you reflect on your life, it's also telling me the action steps you can take. Okay? Main one is the one that we were doing when I came to this class with non-Simran. So look what Guru Sahib is saying on non-Simran here. Repeating the Waheguru calms the mind and brings clarity. You start getting wisdom inside you. Right? I became Amritari at the age of 19. And I had a lot of anger in me because I came from England, that's where all the skinheads were, the punks and rockers always getting into fights and stuff like that, getting into trouble. And I came here and I started going Gurdwara and, I always tell people when you go to Gurdwara, always clean a few shoes. Okay, Guru Arjan Dev Ji used to clean. Guru Arjan Dev Ji jode saaf karde sige, Punjabi ch kehn nu, right? Jode saaf karke, kapra mat ke kande Gursikhan ki har toor de, hum papi bigat paaye. Guru Arjan Dev Ji is the fifth Guru. Guru Arjan Dev Ji sat on the Tatti Tavi. Most of you guys know about that story, right? Okay. When he sat on the Tatti Tavi, he said, Tera Pana Mitha Lage. He goes, your command, Waheguru, is sweet to me, even while it's sitting on a hot plate. All right? Guru Arjan Dev Ji used to do Jodhani Seva of Sangat. So Kiratpur to Sangat Ari Sigi, the Guru Sahib sat down and he started cleaning the shoes. Right? Baba Buddha Ji came and took the Mare Tusi Agi Kade Kade Gur Sikha ki har tur de hum papi bigat pai. He goes, give me the dust of the humble saints that come to the Gurdwara, the Sat Sangat, that a sinner like me can be blessed. Guru Arjan Dev Ji, Tati Tavid Banwale are calling himself a sinner. That's what you call humbleness. That's what you call daya. And that's the level we want to get to, like our Guru Sahib. Okay, that's the important part of what Guru Sahib is teaching us. So that's why when you do Simran, you start becoming humbler. You start becoming more wisdom. When you're doing Kirtan, you start becoming more wisdom because now you start understanding what Guru Sahib is telling you. Whenever you go to Ranswai Kirtan, does anybody go to Ranswai Kirtan once in a while? Good. Okay. Very few people go to Ranswai Kirtan. Well, there's a Ranswai Kirtan coming up next weekend. I believe on Saturday, and I think it's Dixie Gurdwara, right? Dixie Gurdwara. It's Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, our ninth Guru's Remembrance Day. So come to Dixie Gurdwara. It's an all-night Kirtan. It starts around 7, 8 o'clock at night, and it'll go to about 3 o'clock in the morning. All right? So we'll be there as well. We'll meet you there too. So come over, okay? And again, when you're doing Kirtan with all the Sangat, there's a screen like this, usually 2 screens at Dixie Gurdwara, and it'll tell you in Punjabi and the meaning in English what that Shabad is being sung by that Gursikh or Gursingni. And you can actually follow what Guru Sahib is saying. And I always tell you, you guys read English, everybody understands English. At least read and say, Guru Sahib, message are you giving me? Always look at that way. You're teaching me something, and I know you're going to give me some kind of message. What is it? Okay, and that message will be for you. That's the way you always want to look at it. Today I didn't expect this. This person sends me this. And I was thinking what to talk here in class. And he sends me this and I goes, wow, okay, great, that's good. Let's reflect on this. Okay? So it said, repeating Waheguru calms the mind and brings clarity. Naam Simran builds inner stability. Reduces anxiety. So you're not anxiety, oh my God, I got to do this, I got to do that. You're not anxiety, got homework to finish, I got this. You don't get into anxiety. You're more calm now. Okay, you said, Guru Dipane jo hai na, I'm going to try my best, but Guru Sahib will help me. Leave it to Guru Sahib, he'll do everything for you, trust me. Okay? And then it goes in and connects with the higher purpose. It is a foundation of a peaceful and happy life. Doing Simran actually gives you a happy life. It's a foundation to it. And trust me, even now I get to this age, I've been Amritari now for about 43 years, the more Simran you do is never enough. The more party you do is never enough. The more seva you do is never enough. The more times I can come and speak to people and add some value to your life, it's never enough. If you did that seva today and you did your part today and your Simran today, it's history. What are you going to do tomorrow? Continue doing it. You get closer to Guru Sahib and you start feeling inside how wonderful it is. Then you like to get up in the morning, you want to go to Gurdwara, you want to do Jodhani Seva, you want to do Langar Seva because Guru Sahib is now blessing you more and more and more. And that's what Naam Simran does to you. Okay, trust me, I never used to speak like this when I first came from England. Okay, I was a different animal altogether, but Guru Sahib blessed it to make me a proper human being. Okay, the Kirtkani, honest living, helping people out, giving daswand. Does anybody know what daswand is? Quick answer, anybody? Daswand, quickly, go ahead.
This one is like giving 10% of your earnings to the poor.
Perfect. 10%. Okay. So there's two types of this one too. 10% of giving to Guru Sahib in your life and 10% giving income to that you earned. So I give you an example. There was a kid in our Friday class that we teach. He came and goes, Uncle, I gave $100 this week. I goes, to what? He goes, to charity. I goes, wow. I goes, okay, wow. He was only like 10 years old, right? Or 11 years old. And he goes, why? Okay, so what made you do that? He goes, Uncle, you were teaching about this one day in class. And I thought, that's a good idea. Why not give for a good purpose? So he gave it to homeless people, right? So how he gave $100, he gave $10 out of the $100 he made. He does paper delivery, so he made $100, he gave $10 towards charity. And that's 10%. Okay, that's an example right now, okay? So also there's another example you can give. I mean, you can do as much as you want all day long, but you should also try to give 10% of your daily life to Guru Sahib. What do I mean? What do I mean by that? 10% of your daily life, your mind life meaning. That means when you get up Amrit Vela in the morning, you're doing your Simran, let's say for half an hour, 10 minutes, whatever. Then you're doing your Nityanem, that's about another 35 minutes or 40 minutes. Then maybe you add Sukhmi Sahib to it, Asa Dewa to it, right? Or you go to Gurdwara and you did some Seva for about an hour, right? You listen to Kirtan for about an hour, half an hour. You practice Kirtan, that's just as good. You give 10% of that. So that's basically 2.5 hours is dedicated towards Guru Sahib. Right? And then if you want to watch a little bit of TV, you want to do other stuff, please go ahead. You want to go play basketball, go ahead, go do that. My grandson, he's got this habit, he's always going, why Guru, the basketball, why Guru. He's making that sound, why Guru. I used to work for this company in Mississauga. We made radio systems for the Navy. And there used to be a machine there, a brake machine. So I was doing my assembly work on one side, and that brake machine used to go, dish, 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 and I go, why Guru. Waheguru, Waheguru. You can turn anything into Waheguru if you want. You could be walking, one step at a time. Waheguru, 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 Waheguru. Right? It's about you focusing on how you want to focus on Guru Sahib. Right? And it's not difficult, but once you get started, it becomes a routine. That's just like Amrit Vela. You get up in the morning, you're doing a Simran, you're doing a Nityanem, it becomes a routine. And the day you miss is like, whoa, man, my day is going to be bad now. I've missed my Amrit Vela. Right? That's so priority to you, it's not even funny. It's part of your daily life. You should always put it in your head, if I don't get up in the morning and do my Nityanem, my Amrit Vela, then I'm not going to eat the whole day. You watch, you'll learn how to do Amrit Vela very quick. Right? So you make yourself tough on what you need to be. That's what Chardikla is, right? Kirtan Karna, let me quickly go down here. Wandika Shakna, we know about that. I want to share a couple of videos. Seva, very important. Number 5. Okay, I can send this to your teachers as well if they want to go through it a bit more thoroughly. Helping others without expectation dissolves ego and opens the heart. Whenever you help somebody for a good deed, it takes your ego away. It's not man anymore. Guru said, "Tusi help kare." Right? And you become a human being because you're helping. Now, if you're going in downtown and there's people there begging for food, and you decide to go get them some fruit and you feed them, and on your way home you're going to feel good that you did something good in nature. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you feel good about that? Right? Would you feel good about that? Right? That's what humanity is all about. Helping others. And you're not looking at a gora, a kala, you're looking at tere chuvi rabasada, tere chuvi rabasada. Right? I'll tell you a quick thing here. There's a rich man who was walking and he came across a poor person. The poor person is begging for food. Okay? The poor person is very, very spiritual. He's actually connected to Waheguru because he's been doing Simran all his life. Right? He's accepted that he's going to be poor because of his pichle karam, but he's taken that in grace, in Chardikla, that he's saying, okay, but he's begging for food. The rich man came and felt sorry for him. So he went to a store, got some bread, and he came and he gave it to him, and he looked at it, and inside he's talking to Waheguru. He said, Waheguru, tu aa roop ch aaya, tu ameer banda ban ke aa gaya, tu mainu khana deta. He takes that bread and gives it to his dog, and the dog eats it. And he's happy, and he looks back at the rich man. And the rich man now is thinking, what a stupid guy. I just gave him food because he's hungry, and he goes and feeds his dog. The poor man inside is thinking, Waheguru, thanks for bringing me the food, but my dog is more hungrier than me. Let me give it to him. Because tu ode vich vi vasta. You're in the God as well. I know you think I'm a fool, but that's okay. Because he was more hungry than me. You understand the spiritual connection here? The rich man being rich thinks, okay, he's doing a good deed too by bringing food. But now he's calling him an idiot, not understanding his spiritualness that he's looking at. That's why you never judge human beings. You never judge anyone. You never even judge an animal. Because right? Sometimes God shows you things. Like I'll give you an example. I was walking early morning, I think it was a couple of years ago, and I actually took a quick picture of it as well because I wanted to share it in the Friday class. There's a worm who's surrounded by little kidney eating the worm. And I'm thinking, wow. What did the worm do bad in his last life? Like all these kidney are eating it bit by bit. The worm is one of the toughest life you can have. You go in your garden, you'll see birds in the ground with their beaks trying to find the worm, then they'll take out the worm, then they'll go rip it up and everything and feed their kids or their little chicks or whatever, right? And then another incident came to me I was coming from Gurdwara early in the morning and there was a cat dead on my street, right literally in front of my house, a cat. Some car had hit it overnight And, it got hit on the side and the cat's dead. And I'm going, wow. If I leave the cat in the middle of the road, the cars are going to go over it and it's going to probably squeeze and whatever, even though the cat's dead. So I picked up the cat and I put it on the ground because I have no house on my side. There's a ravine. So I put it in a ravine and then I thought, when I have a bit more time later on, I'll quickly, dig it up and put it in the ground. Because we come from the mitti, tarti, let's put it back in the tarti. And I forgot. 2-3 days later, it came to mind, oh my God, that cat, I put it in there. When I went to go and see it, the cat had decomposed. It had gone into the ground. There was nothing left except for a little bit fur. And I'm thinking, wow, that's how life is. There's going to be nothing left of me one day. Right? It's our soul that goes. This is temporary skin. You can pinch your skin, it's temporary. This is all temporary. Every day we get up in the morning, we want to look good, we want to look, my bug look good, my hairstyle look good, whatever you want to do. But it's temporary. ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਸਜਾਉਂਦੇ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ you understand what I'm saying? So that's why Guru Sahib here is reflecting seva. ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸੇਵਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, you're thinking about others, you're not thinking about yourself now. And you're doing it without any rewards. You're not saying, Guru Sahib ji, ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਜੋੜੇ ਸਾਫ਼ ਕੀਤੇ, ਅੱਜ ਮੈਂ ਬਰਤਨ ਸਾਫ਼ ਕੀਤੇ, what am I going to get for it? He's going to give it to you anyway. Forget about that. You're already getting everything. You got 2 ears, you got 2 eyes, you got 2 legs, you can play sports, you got arms. What if he takes one of those things away from you? What if you become handicapped? What if you were born handicapped? What if you could not see? What if you were deaf? What if you were born not normal? Then what? So we don't thank him for what we've got, but we're thanking what we don't have, always. We're always coming to a shopping list to Guru Sahib, I want this, I want that. Your mom will say, Menu gore bache chede, menu truck vi cheda, menu car vi cheda, menu patta sar ka de, chota na de. You're asking all kinds of stuff from Waheguru, and he's still there, he'll give it to you, but that's not what you should be asking. You should, Sache Pasha, mera naam chala do, menu bani na jod do, menu sangat na jod do. I can do all day long, and I'm always calm and always collective, and I'm always attached to you. That's what we should be asking. Right? So that's selfless seva, okay? So I'm going to go there. I want to show you a couple of videos because I think, I don't want you guys getting bored with all the talk going on. Control your 5 thieves. You know what that is, right? Kam, Krodh, Lomo, Ankar. Your anger, your lust, your greed, what else? Ego, right? And so all this stuff is your lust, and that's inside you. So everybody is born with Kam, Krodh, Lomo, Ankar. It's you controlling it. But it's more than that nowadays, eh? It's not just 5 thieves nowadays, right? You know anything about the other thieves? Any one person can answer what the other thieves are? You got LinkedIn, you got Facebook, you got, what else? TikTok, you got all, because they're all taking you away from Waheguru. We got time to sit there and watch TikTok videos for 5 hours, but you don't have time to do 5 minutes of Waheguru, Waheguru, Waheguru. So it's taking you away from Guru Sahib. Okay, so that's why you got to be careful. Then you got Sangat, the good company. I was teaching in the class one day about Sangat. You'll be a good human being. If you hang around with the wrong people, you will not be a good human being. And one kid put his hand up and he goes, Uncle Ji, I disagree with that. I still remember the guy's name. He used to live down my road. I used to take him to the Gurdwara with me all the time. I said, you disagree with that? He goes, I disagree with that. I think he was 15 at that time, 15 or 16. He was late high school, right? I said, why do you disagree with that? I goes, you can disagree with me. I could be wrong, but the Bani cannot be wrong. But go ahead, why? He goes, Uncle Ji, I have good friends. I don't do anything bad. I don't know about that. If as long as I'm hanging around with the friends I'm hanging around, I'll be okay. I goes, all right. When things go wrong, come back to me. It took 3 weeks for things to go wrong. 3 weeks. He came back. He goes, Uncle Ji, he goes, I apologize for saying what I did 3 weeks ago in the class. I goes, I even forgot what he said. I goes, what did you say? He goes, I said that Jadani Sangat Udandai Banda Banjanda. And he goes, you were right. I goes, not me right. It's the Guru Sahib's right. I'm following what Guru Sahib's telling me, and that's what I'm teaching, right? So he goes, and I said, what happened? And he's telling everybody in the class here. I goes, come here, tell everybody what happened. He goes, I was hanging around the friends that usually hang around. We went to a store, like a sweet shop, right? And he goes, I didn't do it, Uncle Ji, I swear. He goes, but my friends stole candy, right? They stole stuff there. And they got caught, and because I was with them, I got caught too. I guess maybe that's a learning lesson for you. When you question Guru Sahib's Bani and you question the right and the such, that will come back to haunt you. And that's what happened to him. So now he had to go to a court hearing, blah, blah, blah. And then what happened? I think he was lucky let off because they didn't have evidence to show that he actually took the candy, even the other guys did. But now you have a criminal record. Now you have a hard time getting a good job now because that criminal record will always come out. So why do you want to hurt yourself? Why do you want to smoke and hurt yourself? Why do you want to do drugs and hurt yourself? Why do you want to drink and hurt yourself? Why do you want to do stealing and that and hurt yourself? When Guru Sahib is telling us not to do that, right? The last message I want to say, so you've got humility here, number 9, and then is, so humility is a crown of Sikhism. It's our forefront, humility, okay? A humble person feels lighter, has better relationships, and avoids conflicts. Humility removes ego and lets peace enter your heart, right? And that's what it is. You become peaceful because you're a humble person. You're a good person. How are people going to say, oh man, we hate you, when you don't hate anybody else? So they can't hate you because you're always a good person. If they hate you because you're a good person, then they really hate God because God wants you to be a good person. Okay? Reflection. Where can you respond with calmness instead of pride? Listen, hey man, I'm the best in soccer, man. I'm the best in basketball, man. Hey, I got 50% more than you, man. That's your ego. My house is bigger than your house. My clothes are that. You're a poor guy. That's ego. That's all ego right there. That's not what Guru Sahib wants you to be. Right? So when you do that, or you say that to friends, I see a few of you guys looking at your friends and giggling that means you probably did that, or you probably say that. Think about it. Is that what Guru Sahib wants you to have? Ego factor? So, right, quick reflection here. Always hang around with good people. All right? Always understand what's right and wrong in life. If it's wrong for other people, don't do it yourself. If you see uncles at weddings and that, and they're falling around everything and acting all silly, why do you want to become like that? Right? And I'm sure all you guys have seen that. Right? And that's what it is. Why would you want to smoke and not be a good athlete when Guru Sahib wants you to be a good athlete? Right? Why do you want to do drugs when you're going to lose some of your best friends? Because of your own ego that I want to take it and see what it is and find out it's wrong. And it's too late sometimes. Now you're in rehab and everything. Okay? So this is, so choose humility. And there's one thing I want to finish off here. Right? I got a bit of time. I want to show you a couple of nice videos, okay? I really want to finish off here is when you go to sleep at night, what's the last thing you should be doing before you go to sleep? Go ahead. Sorry? Kirtan Swela, right? Okay, that's right, right? And Kirtan, if you don't know how to do it, you can get it on YouTube. You can tell your mom, your dad to do it to you if you don't know how to do it. But I do encourage you to learn yourself. It's literally a 5-minute part. But if something's going to happen to you overnight, Guru Sahib protects you. You could have a heart attack, you could die, anything could happen. But Guru Sahib, you could be somebody who's going to come and do a robbery in your house. But Guru, because you do Kirtan Swela, he's protected your house. Nothing's going to touch you overnight. Okay, you're always protected. You're always protected by Guru Sahib if you're on his path anyway. Okay, so that's one thing you got to remember. Okay, let's just go to a couple of videos here that I want to share with you guys. Let's see what the first one was. Okay, we're talking about humility. Okay, I'm going to take you guys all the way back to England. Okay, because I'm always attached with England. One of my biggest role models from England is Satpal Singh. And the other one is Jugaraj Singh. Okay, if you guys don't know that, I'll send a text message to Sandeep Singh, and maybe when you guys have time one day, he'll show you videos about them. I learned a lot from them, and they're from England. There's something unique about these people from England. I don't know what it is, but it's always there. Guru Sahib's always blessed them. Okay, so let's watch this. Let's see if the sound is okay here. Let's see.
Is an important part. The